I call for the 4 districts to come and present a resolution.
This is a resolution opposing Section 1021 of the National Defense Authorization Act of 2011. Whereas on December 31st, 2011, President Obama signed into law the National Defense Authorization Act of 2011, and whereas Section 1021 of the aforementioned Act is repugnant to all American ideals, traditions, and laws, inasmuch as it violates the United States Constitution in that it suspends the writ of habeas, a protection contained in Article 1, Section 9, and violates the 5th, 6th, and 9th Amendments. Now therefore be it resolved that the Republican Party of Georgia calls on the United States Congress to repeal Section 1021 of the National Defense Authorization Act of 2011.
You have heard the resolution. Is there a motion to adopt? Is there a second? Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say nay. Oh, I'm sorry. You have to, okay, microphone 4. No, it'll turn on. Microphone 4. Hold on. Microphone 4 for me, please. Go ahead. Try it again, sir.
Oh, okay.
You got it.
All right, I would like to make an amendment that we will, the Georgia Republican Party will not endorse a candidate that has voted for or supported those sections.
You have a motion to amend. Is there a second? Any discussion on the motion to amend? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say nay. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The motion to amend carries. So now we vote on the main motion. The main motion is the motion to adopt the resolution as amended. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those parliamentary inquiry? Yes? Go to a microphone for me, please, sir. We just want everyone to hear it.
Is it on? Ethan Underwood, Forsyth County. Is the motion now as amended, will it prevent the Georgia Republican Party from endorsing either of the 2 remaining candidates for President of the United States?
I don't know.
Then my recommendations would be we need to be very careful about endorsing resolutions that prevent us from supporting a candidate.
Yes. Microphone 1, please.
This is Debbie Dooley, Tea Party Patriots, Atlanta Tea Party. We cannot vote for an amendment if we're not sure it would prevent the Georgia Republican Party from endorsing the Republican nominee. This would hurt the party. I urge you to vote no on this amendment.
Other discussion? Other discussion? Microphone 2, please. Microphone 2. Go ahead, sir.
Any nominees who would oppose our constitutional rights should not be supported by this law.
I'm Jim Jess from Cobb County. I've looked at this section. I've read the language in the bill. It's really not clear language. The language actually seems to indicate that if you're an American citizen, you wouldn't be subject to these like this, I wouldn't do this. I would urge you to vote no.
Microphone 2.
Mr. Chair, first, point of parliamentary.
Parliamentary inquiry.
Now that we've voted for the amendment, would a motion for reconsideration on the amendment be in order?
You
or
could-
do we have to vote?
you could have a motion
I
for
move a motion of reconsideration on the amendment.
So we have a motion for reconsideration on the amendment. Is there a second? Okay, any discussion on the motion for reconsideration? I think I'm correct that that is not debatable. Oh, one second. Okay, microphone 4.
Only someone who voted for the amendment can move or second the motion to reconsider.
It would have to be someone who voted for it to move to reconsider. And we did. Yes. Okay? And good parliamentary inquiry, though. The answer is that you are correct. Microphone 4, please.
It wasn't clear to me that the second met that requirement.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Thank you, though. Microphone 1. And then I will go to 3. 1.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
On C-SPAN, it was reported a conversation between Senator Levin and Senator Muskie, where Muskie inquired about the applicability of then Section 1031 to American citizens. In that conversation, Senator Levin clarified that it was the administration that required or requested that the language that specifically excluded Americans not be entered as the final form for Section 1031, which means that it would be applicable to American citizens. Section 1031 then became Section 1021, which is the question under consideration, and I urge that we support the amendment.
Okay, microphone 3.
As a point of information, I'd like to point out that during the Republican national debate, as broadcasted on cable, both Romney and Ron Paul opposed all parts of the NDAA.
Okay. Microphone 1. Microphone 1. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. My name is Walter Reynolds from Baldwin County.
Right.
As the gentleman who spoke a few moments before me said, the vagueness of the language, he said that the vagueness of the language allowed it not to impact American citizens. Although it is my opinion that the vagueness of the language actually directly implicates American citizens be applicable to this law. Therefore, I urge that we approve the amended bill as stated. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see, who else do I have? Microphone 1.
Yes, sir. John Elwoody, Cobb County. I'd like to read something. There is a misconception that Section 1021 of the fiscal year 12 NDAA allows American citizens to be detained indefinitely without legal representation if they are deemed a threat to national security. This is absolutely false. But in order to clarify this misconception, we, being Congress, included the right of habeas corpus act, of which in which Phil Gingrey was a co-sponsor, which reaffirms that our citizens will receive habeas corpus privileges without fail. This law ensures our constitutional rights are not violated during wartime operations and guarantees Americans their day in court. The bipartisan bill provides that nothing in the authorization for use of military force of the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2012 shall be construed to deny the availability of the writ of habeas corpus in a court ordained or established under Article 3 of the Constitution for any person who is detained in the United States. We also passed the Gohmert Amendment, which reaches back to FY 12 NDAA to clarify that it was never intended to allow the President an end around the Constitution.
Thank you. The committee chair has asked to be heard.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and in light of the amendment and what the committee that brought forth this resolution has deemed would be undermining the spirit, intent, and potentially also the effectiveness of the Georgia Republican Party moving forward, we would respectfully ask to withdraw this resolution.
Okay. Next resolution.
Thank you. Almost done. Almost done. Okay, at this point, I'm going to ask Steve Brady from the 7th come forward to present a resolution.
Point of order. Microphone 1.
Didn't a vote have to happen to remove the amendment?
A vote would be required in order to amend. A vote would be required in order to adopt. But the committee has decided to withdraw. And so, as a result,
two more resolutions here.
Point of order. Where is it? Oh, 3. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. My question is, once the committee has concluded its report, excuse me, this mic is not working well, it's echoing too much.
It does for me too.
Is it possible, because there is a great deal of support for the original unamended resolution that was just withdrawn, can it be resubmitted from the floor?
It cannot be done from the floor because of the rules, and I am bound by the withdrawal by the committee chair. I agree with you, there is a substantial amount of report, but that's not something within my prerogative. So we'll have to take up now the next resolution. Point of information, which is 1.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Could you please cite the rule
that
you're speaking of? I'm sorry, I'm just not totally familiar with the rules of the party.
The question is, in order for the resolution to come out, the rules require that were adopted in the call, the resolutions had to be submitted to the committee by a date certain, and only resolutions submitted by the date certain could then be recommended by the committee, and resolutions then would not be permitted from the floor.
Okay.
Thank you.
But wasn't the...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Wasn't the resolution introduced...
And withdrawn. And withdrawn. That was the part of it. No, that's fine. Hold on. Everybody stay calm. I'll get to you. Number 4?
Yes. Thank you. The amendment, the resolution was presented. It was voted on and adopted. It cannot be withdrawn without a vote.
And actually what happened was the resolution was presented, there was a motion and a second. There was then a motion to amend. The motion to amend was then seconded. Yeah, there was a motion to amend to add a sentence about whether or not someone who didn't support it could be supported by the party. That was then made. Then there was a motion for reconsideration. And as a result, the motion for reconsideration was seconded. It was then pending. And before a motion could be held on the resolution committee decided to withdraw the resolution. That's what happened. Are there other questions? Number 3. Number 3.
Andrew Strickland, delegate from Baldwin County.
Yes.
I would just like to mention that if the Georgia Republican Party is going to withdraw resolutions every time the votes don't exactly go your way, then we're undermining the very foundation of this party.
Mr. Chairman, the Resolutions Committee would like